This lesson, I'm going to teach you what the different investment accounts are and which one is best for you to use. So the three different investment accounts that you can get is a traditional 401k, a Roth IRA, and a brokerage account. A traditional 401k is unique in the sense that all contributions that you make into the account, you cannot withdraw from the account until you turn the age of 60. If you're a person who knows that you need an incentive and something to keep the money into the account because you know that you're going to want to take it out, then it might actually be the best account to get because it's traditional. It will give you a large penalty if you try to withdraw from the account before it has matured by the age of 60. The other unique thing about a 401k versus a Roth IRA is that contributions to the account are taxed upon withdrawal, but they're not taxed when you put them into the account. So say you're 35 years old and you give $2,000 into the account. That's $2,000 that you give towards the account before being taxed. A lot of employers offer 401ks to people, which is a nice feature. The thing is, you will then be taxed when you withdraw from your 401k at the age of 60, 70, and 80 when you're taking out of the account. So just keep that in mind. A Roth IRA is a little bit different than a 401k, but it is a retirement account. You can put up to $6,000 a year into your Roth IRA. There's unlimited withdrawals from the account throughout the life of it. And so if you get in a tight spot financially, you can sell stock or whatever you're invested in and withdraw from the account. Use that finances for other things. You know, that might be a good thing, that might be a bad thing. Like I talked about in the compounding interest slide, you really want to keep the money in there as long as possible. Do your best not to touch it at all. The great thing about a Roth IRA, I recommend that everybody gets one of these accounts, by the way. The money that you put into a Roth IRA is taxed when you put it in. It's part of your after-tax income. That is a great feature because, you know, what I'm making now at the age of 31 is probably going to be less than what I'm making at the age of 60. I pay less taxes right now for the income that I'm putting in versus the income or the tax that I would pay when withdrawing it when I'm 60. And so that's a nice feature with it. The other nice thing about a Roth IRA, so you can give $6,000 into the account. The $6,000 that you invest in a Roth IRA will not be subject to capital gains tax. You might ask, what is capital gains tax? Capital gains tax is a tax that the government puts on the percentage gained in your investment account. In the previous lesson, you learned about compounding interest. So the tax would be put on the interest part of that section of what you're earning in the account. So that's a nice thing to avoid. Capital gains taxes start at 15% and go up from there. So it's just something to think about and a big advantage of an IRA account. The third account that you can get is a regular brokerage account. And this is offered by a number of stockbrokers. You know, they're often online accounts like Robinhood. They're not specifically designed for retirement, but they offer a lot of great tools, a little bit more flexibility than a retirement account offers. Like the Robinhood app. I got the Robinhood app and I'm investing with that and it's super fun, but I just found this out is that what I earn through my Robinhood app is actually subject to the capital gains tax that I was talking about. When I do sell my shares of stock with my brokerage account, the difference between what I bought the share for and what I sold the share for, that difference that I earned is going to be taxed. Whereas with an IRA, it won't be. When I found this out, I was like, oh man, I have to make sure to put as much as I can into my IRA, focus on that firsthand, and then use my brokerage account from there, which is the same thing that I would recommend for you. A great place to get your IRA, your Roth IRA through is Fidelity, and they have free trading, so you can buy all these different stocks and ETFs and great investments through Fidelity and invest them in your Roth IRA. A great brokerage account is Robinhood. And the good thing about them is they have what's called fractional shares. For example, if you want to buy Google, it costs you $1,300. Not many people have that amount to just put in one share of stock, but you can put whatever amount of dollars that you want with your Robinhood account, which is an advantage over the Roth IRA. So I have both kind of accounts. If you're feeling like, hey, my employer offers a 401k, you could get that account. You could get all three of them. But it's key to understand the tax advantages of each account. So I hope that helps you. Your account mix and what you choose is going to be the best for you, and I'm so excited to see what you choose.